You're welcome back to Sahara TV and to another round of our updates, editorial updates and social media updates. The man in the studio with me today, at this point I should say Declan Galvin, no stranger, and Dayo, also no stranger, from our social media team. Can we start with you, Declan?
Yeah. So we have some updates from the Situation Room. And we're really focusing on right now are unconfirmed reports of some violence, mostly in Rivers State. And so we have an unconfirmed report that we're working on of the death of two APC supporters. And we've had instances of ballot snatching in Duguma, and then some youth were also reported in snatching ballots in Kana. We do have one image evidence of an PDP official who was arrested by police in Opobo for forging INEC ballot sheets. And so there's this allegation of forging, and there were images of an arrest. And so that's mostly what we're looking at to the south of the country. But we have not found many reports of violence in the Northeast yet. And that's probably the biggest news item, is that most of the country is quite calm, and most of the voting is actually going off quite successfully, despite the reports of malfunctioning PVCs.
Let's concentrate on security for a second. Boko Haram swore not to let this election happen. So far, that doesn't seem to have, materialized in any form. Are you confident that we can maintain this status quo, or do you think that we should experience perhaps some cautious optimism?
I think that there's no reason to not have cautious optimism. I don't think that Boko Haram is in a situation where it could derail the entire election. Certainly they would be able to commit acts of violence or atrocities, but not in a way that I think would derail the entire election. That would, I wouldn't want us to think that way yet. There's really no evidence to suggest that.
Okay. Now, you mentioned two points which, up to this point, we hadn't experienced yet: ballot snatching. What's happening with that? Have we been able to identify who snatched these ballots? Was it PDP? Was it APC? Was it the other parties?
It really is. It really is in the state of not being confirmed. We found it on social media, and we're following up on sources who have also been speaking with us. But we do want to emphasize that it's unconfirmed, and it seems to be the allegation that it's just as simple as just taking them and leaving. It also supports some of the comments that Governor Amici made during his exclusive interview with Sahara Reporters, where the situation in Rivers does seem to be devolving somewhat as it relates to security and polling booths.
So Governor Amici has called for a cancellation of the poll. What is his main reason why he's calling for the cancellation of the poll?
His main grievance is he believes that the PDP entities within the state have absolute control over everything, ranging from the materials, the election materials, the INEC processes, and the staffing. And so he believes that there's systemic compromise, and that there's no way that a credible election could be carried out in Rivers State is essentially his perspective.
One would assume, though, that he would have known these things before the poll, wouldn't he?
Well, I don't think he hasn't exactly kept it a secret that he's concerned about how the election will be conducted in Rivers State. He knows that state perhaps better than any politician of recent years that we've encountered. Yeah. And remember, he was PDP not too long ago before his defection, so he also knows all about the history of rigging and how it operates.
All right. I'll get to you in a second, Dayo, because I'm kind of getting obsessed with you right now with the kind of stuff you're telling me. We read of party apparatchiks being arrested, APC apparatchiks being arrested. What for?
Well, so I'm not really prepared yet to be able to provide you as much information as I would like
on that subject.
It is a story that we're investigating and we're looking into.
Evolving.
We definitely want to provide the most credible update about that as possible, but we're not really prepared right now to do that.
I hope in the next round of updates, we'll have something
sure.
about that. And also, if we have any proof that there was actually a bomb blast in Enugu, which President Jonathan is refuting.
I can say that we've had multiple credible reports for bombs being detonated. Despite what
Any
Jonathan had
images
said,
at all?
we can provide images at the time during the next
In
round.
the next round.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Dio, what's happening on social media?
Well, first of all, I must say that I'm very, very, very happy with the amount of engagement we have on social media during these elections. And with regards to what you just spoke about, with evidence on what's been going on as regards the entire bomb blast and explosions, you know, people just keep tweeting. They keep saying this happened, that happened, but no one has really come out with any form of evidence to show that yes, this really happened. So that's what we've been on top as well. And during this update, I've actually categorized it into three categories where we have the political figures, we have the entertainers, and we have some very interesting photographs that I found and I felt, you know, it would be nice to actually share with the public.
Definitely.
First of all, in the pictures will be Bode, who's obviously representing APC. He was seen with his wife, you know, voting, and he had this to say on there. I just got to my polling unit in Ogumodade Secondary School, Papa Ekbe. It's very interesting to see that these people are actually engaging people and letting them know on social media that they're actually, you know, going out there to get registered and voting as well. We also have Agbaji of PDP, who was actually on queue, waiting to get accredited, and we have Fashola and his wife as well on queue, waiting to get accredited early hours of today before they actually eventually voted. And it's very, very sad that the elections lasted for so long. People had to wait to get accredited. In some instances, you see people posting, oh, the ballot boxes have been snatched, or the ballot boxes are back, and now we've just been accredited. I just saw a post before coming on here from Shegun Demurin, who's an entertainment personality, saying that he just voted at 6:30 Nigerian time. So I think time-wise, there still needs to be a lot of work that will be done in that area. But like INEC rightly said, they're going to extend it, so I guess we'll carry on to tomorrow. And for entertainment, we have Dayardine, we have Two-Face Idibia. Two-Face has been very, 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 you know, upfront with this entire elections with his own hashtag, vote and not fight. And I think he's somewhat been able to engage the youth, and they've all stuck to that particular line, vote and not fight. And early hours of today, he actually posted a picture of his voter's registration card with the hashtag Oya. And, you know, he was just trying to sensitize everyone and get ready for today's exercise. And the last set of pictures I'm going to be showing you are pictures of an old man, which I found very interesting. And it was posted by Dele Momodu, who's also into entertainment. He's a publisher, and he was also a presidential candidate during the last election, but he lost. So he's been posting pictures as well. He posted a picture of this man who apparently wasn't, I don't know what happened to him, but you could tell he probably collapsed and people had to assist him. And there was this old man as well, somewhere in the north. You know, he was 117 years old, and someone actually took him to the voters registration stand to get accredited. I think that was very inspirational, and I'm just hoping that everyone just gets really involved on social media and share your thoughts. We're on Sahara Reporters on Instagram. Follow us on there, share your pictures, and we'll be glad to share with the entire world.
Awesome. Let me ask you, we put up a number of hashtags, and how are they doing? People are linking to these
A lot of people have been
hashtags?
responding. Nigeria Decides, Vote Report NG, they've been very heavy. Although we had something for Instagram where we told people to actually take a picture and, you know, put just voted with their location. Not too many people did that. A lot of people focused more on Nigeria Decides and Vote NG, which was good. We're able to capture from every platform, from Facebook to Twitter up to Instagram.
How about the Stay to Vote? The Stay to Vote hashtag, how's that doing?
Well, right now, no one has really come up with any hashtag with stay to vote, because I feel like from what we are seeing on Twitter, the police officials are making sure people leave as soon as they vote. But I think it's actually their right to actually stay and vote. But, you know, there was actually a directive given by the Inspector General of Police that as soon as you vote, you have to go home. But the right thing to do is actually stay there and see your vote get counted before leaving. So we'll be on top of that, and probably in the next update, we'll have more for you.
Fantastic. Let me come back to you for a second, Declan. Are there any results filtering in so far that you've picked up?
So we have a variety of unconfirmed results. Certainly, it's a good point to bring up that INEC is the only entity which can officially declare results at any level.
Totally.
We have some unconfirmed results that we're vetting, and we are prepared to, within the next few hours, begin reporting on some of those unconfirmed results.
Professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
yes.
professional. The last point I wanted to check with you on is the forging that you mentioned. That was also attributed to a certain particular party. You said it's.
Yeah, in this specific instance, it seems that the report is that there was a PDP official which forged INEC ballot sheets,
Okay.
and that he was arrested, and that there's an image that was captured of this arrest, and so it's important to I think it should be stated clearly that this individual was evidently arrested.
Fantastic. So there you have it. We will be back in the next maybe in the next hour or so, with more updates from our editorial and our social media teams. This is Sahara TV. More coming.